A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Play action. Now it's Carr. And his first look is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Carr. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a play fake. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
That was well played there, defenders up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Butker now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Nothing to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there.
And all the way in for a Kansas City. Able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this will be caught by Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep.
On 1st down, Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. Carr to throw again. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and inches, Carr. And he drops it in.
Members, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
Carr completes it. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the move to his left. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
By Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Now a second down and 6.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So we've come upon halftime. Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Carr. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a score closer. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this into the end zone for a cheer. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
But it'll be second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now Carr again. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Like a freight train there.
Defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't
They don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
Another day.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we... And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one. Scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return comes Drake. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running it with Jacobs. He'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Carr will look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Got it.
And he takes it all the way back. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. Is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another